America's fastest moving country music shows. I talk a lot with my hands. Invite you to do the same thing throughout the show, because the more hand clapping applause you give them entertainers, the harder they work. Give them one free round of applause and watch them move. Some of our favorite people. Here's a song about some more of our favorite people, the truck drivers of America.
Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. We're gonna do what they say can't be done. We've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. Eastbound is watching bandit run. If you're going hard to the pedal, son, never mind the brakes, let it all hang out. We gotta run to Maine. Boys are thirsty in Atlanta, there's a loaded Texarkana. We'll bring it back no matter what it takes. Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. We're gonna do what they say can't be done. We've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. I'm eastbound, is what you bandit run. Got the mirrors on, he's hot on your trail. He ain't gonna rest till you're in jail. You got to dodge him, you gotta duck him, you gotta keep that decent trucking. Just push that hammer down and let it weigh. Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. We're gonna do what they say can't be done. We've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. I'm eastbound, just watch your bandit run.
About going on vacation is taking your camera with you so you can take pictures wherever you go. And if you brought your camera in here tonight and want to take some pictures of a bunch of hillbillies enjoying themselves, that's fine. From any place in the house at any time during the show, it will not upset one thing. Notice they work good as a group, and we like to feature them like that from time to time. We're going to feature our steel guitar man now. Big man, big man. Takes a lot of food for a big man like that. In fact, food to him is a misdemeanor. More food he misses, the meaner he gets. And he's going to kick the band off a little tune called Window Face of the South. Let's welcome Rick Eves right here. Get up there and say howdy to him, man. Settle down, Herkimer. Start all over, man. Calm down.
Well, there's lots of girls out there, ain't there?
Always a lot of girls in the audience. That's right,
I
Herkimer.
heard what that lady said.
What'd she say?
She said I was kind of cute.
Oh, come on, lady.
She said she's going to take me home with her.
She said that?
I'm going to fool her. I'm going to go.
That'll fool her. That'll fool her all right now.
Hey, I got something I was wanting to show everybody.
Show and tell time in the Ozarks. See, you got a new necktie at the yard sale there.
I got a chicker down there, too. There's what I'm talking about.
Oh, she's bigger than an 18-wheeler, ain't she?
You know who that is?
No, who is that, Herkimer?
That's my newest girlfriend.
Oh, really? She's kind of pretty around the face there.
She's smart, too, boy.
This woman's smart?
You ain't kidding.
Herkimer, what you're trying to tell me is that you like this lady because of her IQ?
I like her whole alphabet.
Oh, really?
Ain't wow.
Ain't a wow? That's quite an alphabet.
One other thing, then I'm going to leave everybody alone for the rest of the night. I was on the way down there this afternoon,
I understand.
cutting across your yard.
I've already heard about this.
That great big old dog of yours grabbed me by the foot, dragged me around that yard, and then tried to bury me just like a bone out there.
No. We have a little German schnauzer. I'll say that, man. A little German schnauzer about that high. Won't hurt nobody. Won't even growl at nobody.
He's got teeth that long.
No, his legs ain't even that long. My wife said she saw what happened. Said she looked out the window and saw you, Herkimer, haul off and kick my little dog.
You ain't a kid, boy. I give him a booger, and I'll probably do it again, too.
You don't go around kicking nobody's dog here in the Ozarks or any place else in the world for that matter. Herkimer, let me ask you, why did you haul off and kick my little dog?
Well, he ran up to me and raised up his leg like he's going to kick me, and I just beat him to the punch.
There it goes, Herkimer J. Van Sleen. Right there.
She walks through corn, leading down to the river. Her hair shone like gold in the hot morning sun. She took all the love that old boy could give and let me die like fox on the run. Like fox on the run.
Now everybody knows the reason for my fall. A woman tempted me down in Paradise Hall. That woman tempted me, then shook me for a ride. Now like a lonely fox, boy, I need a place to hide.
She walks through corn, leading down to the river. Her hair shone like gold in the hot morning sun. She took all the love that old boy could give her and let me die like fox on the run. Like fox on the run.
You drink a glass of wine, boys, fortify our soul. We talk about the world and the friends we used to know. Well, I see a string of girls that have put me on before. The game is nearly over and the hounds are at the door.
She walks through corn, leading down to the river. Her hair shone like gold in the hot morning sun. She took all the love that old boy could give her and let me die like fox on the run. Like fox on the run.
Anderson, Robert, lock coming up. Oh my, Herkimer, don't scream like that. I thought my mother-in-law was here.
I'm feeling just extra good tonight.
Say, you are feeling good, Herkimer.
Yeah, somebody did something pretty nice for me.
Now, is that the reason you're feeling good? Somebody did something nice for you?
Somebody right up here on this stage.
Now, this gets more intriguing all the time. Somebody on the stage did something nice for you, really?
Floyd Preston.
No, it's Lloyd Preston.
Yeah, he's one.
He's a woman.
He took me out to supper tonight.
Here.
And he paid for it, too.
Yeah, but that's the last time.
Hey, how did he act?
Oh, he did real good.
No. I'm talking to him.
He got a little bit of gravy on the front of him, but I got to run off. No problem.
You made everybody in the restaurant sick.
Made him sick.
He ordered a tongue sandwich and eat that.
I'm getting tongue sandwiches with lettuce and tomatoes.
Now wait a minute. How can you eat anything that come out of something's mouth?
Well, you ordered eggs, and I didn't say nothing to you.
I don't want to hear any more about the menu or what restaurant this took place in. Just forget it.
That made me forget what I was even out here for.
Well, it probably didn't amount to a hill of beans anyway, did it?
No.
Well, we'll just forget it and move on.
No, it might for somebody.
Oh, really? What is it?
Okay, it's just out there on that parking lot. I seen a car that had its lights on. Thought I'd better hurry on in here and tell somebody about that.
Well, now, that is important because their battery might run down before ours does, see? So Herkimer's going to give you the license number, and that man or woman jump up and go shut them lights off. Show move right along. So, Herkimer, give them the license number. They're ready.
I didn't get that.
What do you mean you didn't get it?
I just kind of forgot about that.
Well, don't you believe that's part of it, Herkimer? Huh?
I thought they might remember whose it was.
No. If they remembered, they wouldn't be sitting out there about half mad at themselves and half mad at you, see?
Don't nobody leave. I'll go get that.
Okay. Herkimer, old man born down here in the hills, never has been on the level. Want you to meet a little lady right here who's been with the show since we started, so she knows how to select the song and knows how to present it. This one's called Somebody's Knocking. Let's welcome Janice Sutherland right here.
Somebody's knocking, should I let him in? Lord, it's the devil, would you look at him? I've heard about him, but I never dreamed it had to pass through dreams. Somebody's talking, he's whispering to me. Your place, my place, now which will it be? I'm getting weaker and he's coming on strong, and I don't wanna go wrong. He must have tapped my telephone line. He must have known I'd spend my time alone. He said we'll have one heavenly night. My feet was burning, so we ought to be riding home. Somebody's knocking, should I let him in? Lord, it's the devil, would you look at him? I've heard about him, but I never dreamed it had to light blue jeans. He must have tapped my telephone line. He must have known I'd spend my time alone. He said we'll have one heavenly night. My feet was burning, so we ought to be riding home. Somebody's knocking. Somebody's knocking. Well, somebody's knocking.
Janice Sutherland, somebody's knocking, honey. Let him in. Hey, lovely, Janice. Get another song for a little later on in the show. Do that with me.
B-R-2-871, you left your lights on out there.
Get it out of here. Take the equipment with you. Go on. Good gravy. Was it your car, lady? What? Probably have to get the National Guard to come out here and help him put back together whatever he's tore up out there. Well, we're going to feature a couple of boys out of the band. Now, they bring their instruments up here and get hotter than a flashlight bulb. Sam Coffey on the 5-string banjo, Robert Holt on the old-time fiddle, Foggy Mountain Breakdown. Make the boys welcome. little Red Fox arrangement there. You know, old Red, that's the canceled Sanford's son. See, old Red said, ain't no bread in the box for Red Fox. So he started writing these little country arrangements there, and these boys are good friends of his. So now we're going to bring somebody out. Red Fox ain't here, by the way. They'll get all excited. Well, you can go ahead and get excited because we're going to bring somebody out here that'll make your blood boil. That lady knows who. You know who it is? Oh, really? I didn't know that. Well, I'll have to put him on because I don't want to disappoint that nice lady. You know? Anyway, he's back there, and some people will look at him and say there's an Ozark character. Others will look at, well, I prefer to think of him as an Ozark personality. When he hits the stage, a lot of people will notice right away he ain't dressed like the other boys and girls, but you will notice right away he can entertain as good as any of them out here. We're going to sing an old song called White Lightning. Help me welcome our old buddy, Sid Sharp, right here. Let me say this, you are coordinated good. Got on alligator socks and everything.
Nothing but the best.
Are you nervous around the mouth there, Sid?
I'm all tore up tonight.
Well, now just settle down a little bit. Everything's going to be all right. Now, Sid, they tell me that you've got this suit and a set of dishes for $10.
I'm going to wear the dishes tomorrow night.
Well, I'll say this, I'm not going to forget you.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
See, you done forgot me.
We don't play them little games like tic-tac-toe and all that stuff.
You sure doesn't look silly, don't you?
I don't think I'd say too much for a man running around here with big bugs all over his shirt like that. Are those love bugs?
I kind of hope so.
Oh, I do. You had help from the audience here, Herkimer.
That girl was pretty good at that.
Really?
Time's out just a minute.
Hold it on the video. Whatever that
See
is.
the one on the second row?
Second row, we got it.
Got the white sweater on that's done turned yellow.
Oh, don't say that, man.
I think he's trying to grow in with them mustaches on his mouth.
What a super job, sir. Fine.
I've seen more hair than that on a piece of bacon.
Why don't you give this lady a prize here?
How about me?
No, not you. Go backstage, get her one of her albums. She might appreciate that. There you go. Herkimer J. Main Steve. Right? Is that what they mean by Hollywood double take? I hope so. I can say I've seen one running. Worth it. Thank you, lady, for being a part of our show. And I hope you enjoy the album. And if you don't, just remember you got it at the bargain price. Well, I want you to meet some more of our entertainers. Now that good-looking trio that stands back there and sings all that. You bring bring your own fan club there with you, all right. But anyway, they sing all that pretty harmony, and then they step out front now and then and just lay one on you. This is Lisa McNeil on this end, Connie Williams over on the other end, Dennis Cooksey there in the middle. They're going to step out here and lay one on you that moves fast called Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy. Make a welcome now. Auctioneers as fast as that moves, you know. And before the show's over tonight, we will feature each one of them in a solo spot so you can hear what they sound like when they're kind of on their own, and they'll sound good. You will approve of that. Well, the man that sits there and plays the piano, up until just a few nights ago, he sat there and watched the people in the mirror, and the people looked in the mirror to see him. And the other night he grabbed his axe and come up here and sung one, and the people said, hey, we like that, so we're going to get him back up here again tonight to sing one called Just to Satisfy You. Help me welcome Paul Blizzard, would you, Tiger?
Someone's gonna get hurt before you're through. Someone's gonna pay for the things you do. Well, how many hearts must break? How many is it gonna take just to satisfy you? Just to satisfy you. Another love
number. I say we, I mean you do. And just because you sing the solo, you have to go ahead and play the piano. See, that's what you get when you're talented. You have to do all that stuff. So, okay. Now the lights are going to come on. We're going to find out where some of our people are vacationing from in Ozark Mountain Country, some of the neighbor states. Anybody from Iowa come down and see the Ozarks? Got some Iowa people. Illinois. Anybody from Illinois? Got some Illinois people. Arkansas are neighbors to the south. Yeah, all right. All right. How about Oklahoma? Oklahoma people. How about Kansas? Anybody from Kansas? Yes. Nebraska. How about the big state of Texas? Got some Texas people, all right. How about California? Got some California people? All right. Watch this one. Tennessee. Where? Oh, okay. That's the most we've had all year. See, we don't pull very good from Tennessee this year because they have the World's Fair down there, and they tell me that's bigger than our county fair over here at Forsyth. I can't hardly realize that, but I guess I'll have to agree with you. Let's start new people over here in this section. If we missed your home state, let us know where you're from. Georgia? All right, thank you. Where else back there? Indiana, all right. Where else over there? Wisconsin? Kentucky? All right. Anyone else we missed way over there? Michigan and Louisiana, all right. Where else over there, please? All right, way over here on the right. Miss your home state? South Dakota. We're way over there. Beg pardon? England. All right, glad to have you, all right. Way back there, sir. Where you from? Missouri. Missouri? Anybody else back in there we missed? All right, up to the middle then. Miss your home state? Minnesota, Colorado, what else? Florida? All right. Anybody else back through there? Alaska. Glad to have you, all right.
Oh, that's the one we was looking for.
Alaska?
We can't get near your dog sled and put no bumper stickers on it.
Was it a big dog? All them dogs he sees are big dogs, aren't they? All right. Miss anybody else back through here? Anybody else downstairs? Any place we missed? All right. You got any special ones, Janice? All right. You got somebody special, Herbert?
I got some friends here tonight. I do have some friends. Mike Rook's sitting out there.
Mike Rook?
Friend of mine.
Sure.
Don Fisher's over there.
Welcome, Mr. Fisher.
Don't stand up, Don. Nobody cares. No, he's okay. He's had all the Red Lobster restaurants all over his
Lobster.
Don Lobster, that's his name. And by the way, today is Paul Blizzard's birthday, too.
All right. Happy birthday, Paul.
Happy birthday, Paul. Yesterday was Steve's wife's birthday.
Happy birthday, Steve White.
And this is the last night we're running this year.
It is.
That's what I heard. Well, anyway, I just kind of want to say thanks to all the help this year. They've been good help and helped everybody out and everything. And there's some of the restaurant people here tonight. This may take a while, but I'm just getting wound up.
Maybe they brought a burger or something.
Might have motel people, there's bunches of them here tonight since this last
Bring
night.
some soul.
And I kind of like to say thanks to them, because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have been here as long as we have.
Really?
They kind of helped sucker in all these others. Now I'm shook up.
I know you're shook up. I hope we have a doctor in the audience because you're about to break out in a cold sweat and hot highs there, man. What's wrong, Herbert?
I'm leaking all over.
I know I'm going to. Why?
Okay, she's down here vacationing.
She is.
We're gonna get her to stand up, sitting back there for the center section. Miss Phyllis Diller, thanks for coming here to see the show. Stand up, please. Phyllis Diller. Stand up. Phyllis Diller. That ain't her.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, lady.
You ought to be.
We look just like her. Just to get like a food.
He's sorry, but he ain't near as sorry as that poor woman is back there. Got any honeymooners with us? Any newlyweds over here in this section? Right there? All right. Congratulations to you. How about up to the middle here? Any honeymooners? Got what? Birthday? Okay. All right. We'll count that. All right. Anybody else back through there celebrating? We'll just call it celebrating. We don't care what they're celebrating. Miss anybody over there? Okay. Then congratulations to everybody. There's some back in there. All right. 41 years? All right. Congratulations. Congratulations to all of you. And thanks for visiting with us and letting us know where you're from and things like that. We're going to go back and try to entertain you some more now. So drummer, kick off the streak here. Hello, everyone. This This is your Action News reporter bringing you all the news that is news from across the nation. On the scene now at the supermarket, where there seems to be a slight disturbance. Pardon me, disturbance. Pardon me, sir. Did you see what happened?
Yeah, I did. Standing by the tomatoes, here he come running through the pole bank.
I can see him now.
Right through the fruits and vegetables. Naked as a jaybird. I hollered at Ethel, "Don't look, Ethel!" But it's too late. She'd already been in since.
Here it comes,
Look at it, look at that.
there it comes,
Look at it, look at that.
and he ain't wearing no clothes.
West Cotton Street.
Look at the glass, look at the glass,
West Cotton Street.
look at the glass,
Shows the sea.
look at the glass.
There's an audience been found. You've been streaking around about ugly group.
Once again, your Action News reporter, this time at the gas station. Pardon me, sir. Did you see what happened?
Yeah, they sitting there getting tires checked. You appeared out of the traffic. Streaked around the grease line. Didn't have nothing on the slide. I looked in that one getting cold drunk. I hollered, "Don't look at her!" It's too late. She'd already been moved. Flashed her right there in front of the shop sorter.
He ain't true,
Look at it, look at that.
he ain't there,
Look at it, look at that.
he's just
West Cotton Street.
look at the glass,
Tell you how to treat.
look at the glass.
Once again, your Action News reporter, this time in the booth at the gym, covering the disturbance at the basketball playoff. Pardon me, sir. Did you see what happened?
No, I didn't.
You're supposed to say yes.
Yeah, it is. Halftime. Going out to get after the snow cone. Here he come out of the cheap seats. Dribbling. Right down the middle of the court. Spit all over you. I like you burn my underwear off and I slid across there. Didn't have nothing
just to wait a year because they tell me you have to be 18 before you can get in on the contest. Huh? Singing live, I don't know about that, sir. I ain't gonna get in on that. Want you to meet some more of our people now. The man playing the lead guitar over here has been with our show since we started. And when we started here many years ago, we had his picture on a brochure, and right underneath his picture it said Mr. Country Guitar. Well, we had to take that little old saying out there because we found out down through the years he plays all kinds of guitar, not just country guitar, but all kinds of it, still doing it. Let's welcome Howard Farmer right here. Young man back here on the drums also has been with the show ever since we started. He does such a good job, I say he'll double your pleasure and double your fun. Let's welcome Steve Presley right here.
Thank y'all. We need a little help on this next song. We need y'all to clap your hands along. There you go. Really nice on the phone. Got to take back and push it over. Look again. Put it around. Ready in the sack. Thank God I'm coming for it. When the sun is loud, give me no harm. Raise me a family. Working on the farm. These are all filled with an easy come charm. Thank God I'm coming for it. I really got me a mind. I feel good when the sun's coming up. It's all good. I ain't nothing but a funny, funny riddle. Thank God I'm coming for it. When the work's all done and the sun's set low, pull out the fiddle later on. It's all set so good when I go. Thank God I'm coming for it. I can really sound it good on the air for good, but I know it won't wind up looking very good. So I do what I can, work with the shoe. Thank God I'm coming for it. I really got me a mind. Got me a fiddle when the sun's coming up. It's all good. I ain't nothing but a funny, funny riddle. Thank God I'm coming for it. Yeah, record. Well, my daddy told me young how to hunt, how to whittle, taught me how to work and play the tune on the fiddle, taught me how to love it, how to give just a little. Thank God I'm coming for it. Really got me a vibe, got me a fiddle, the sun's coming up, it's all good. I ain't nothing but a funny, funny riddle. Woo! Yeah, thank God I'm a country boy. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you.
Steve Presley. Young man that knows his business. Want you to meet somebody else now that knows his business. Happens to be one of our bosses. Let's welcome Lloyd Presley out here on the stage. I'm glad you brought that 5-string out here because I stand out on that parking lot. Many people come up to me. And
How many?
2 people came up to me.
people, that's all.
Wanted to know if they could hear the Doolin banjo.
We're gonna try to do it. You bet.
All right, now, who helps you on
Howard
that?
and Paul.
Howard and Paul. That's good help, boy. You can't go wrong on that now. Hold it, Howard. I guess we'd have to start all over here or something.
Now, we've heard this one before.
I'm sure you have heard it because this is a popular tune. It was in that big movie with Burt Reynolds.
I kind of look like Burt Reynolds, don't I?
Who told you that?
Robert Redford.
Afraid to ask him anything else now. Are you going to work on this tune?
I was wanting to try to.
Lloyd, do the best you can with what you've got there.
Some people thinks that me and Sid's brothers. But we ain't. My brother's still living.
Why would you play the rest of it?
Mean there's more?
Stand up, Sam. Tell what is coming to you.
Battle royal there with the dueling banjos, didn't they? I want you to meet a lovely lady that sings lovely songs. This one's called Your Cheating Heart. Let's meet and greet Carol Snyder.
Your cheating heart will make you weep. You cry and try to sleep, but sleep won't come the whole night through. Your cheating heart will tell on you when tears come down like falling rain. You toss around and call my name. You'll walk the floor the whole night through. Your cheating heart will tell on you. When tears come down like falling rain, you toss around and call my name. You'll walk the floor the way I do. Your cheating heart will tell on you. Your cheating heart will tell on you. Thank you.
Carol Snyder. Thank you, Carol. Fine job. One of the best MCs in the country music field today, and we're proud to have him on our show. Let's welcome Jim Luttrell.
Thank you, Lloyd, and thank you, folks. Moving right along, we get you some entertainment up here. Robert Holt brings his guitar up here and does a medley of songs and tunes from the 50s. Oh, I remember it. They called it the fabulous 50s, and it was. Music-wise, a lot of new music came on the scene then, took off all in different directions. A lot of them boys that wrote them songs are still sitting back and receiving royalties because a lot of the boys and girls out here on these shows are still singing them same old songs from the 50s, and a lot of them people got famous then. They're out there in Vegas raking in the money. It was the fabulous 50s, Robert. I wish you could have been there to enjoy it with us. Now, no matter when you're born, you miss out on some things. Now, when I was born, they didn't have them little Pampers that they have now, you know. Had to grow up without Pampers and didn't have no Pac-Man, no place. But I have lived long enough to enjoy pollinators. Robert, go to work. Now you notice Sam Coffey back there, he's just switching instruments, plays a lot of different instruments. He's just like a good Missouri mule. He'll work on either side of the wagon tongue. Don't make no difference. Sam don't do no singing. You probably noticed that by now. He told me here the other day, said he had a favorite song, and said if we ever included that on the show, he might just couldn't help himself, just join in. I said, I think I remember. Scooby-Dooby, all Ruby, boop, bop, bloop, bop, boom. A star is born, ladies and gentlemen. You can get that out of Bam Bam. If you ever sung the whole song, they'd never sit down. They'd just stand and cheer. We always include gospel music on the shows. We make no apologies about that. We're going to get all four of the pretty girls to come up here and sing one for you. This is the third most recorded song in gospel music history, called I'll Fly Away.
Some glad morning when this life is o'er, I'll fly away to a home on God's celestial shore. On my way, oh glory, on my way. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, on my way. Just a few more weary days and then I'll fly away to a land where Josh never ran. On my way, oh glory, on my way. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, on my way. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away,
Sing it at this fine job. Yeah. A lot of people call that Sunday singing. I call it good, and I'm glad you people enjoyed it, because on the second half, we will include more of the gospel type numbers. Mr. Paul Blizzard sitting over there on that stool. Now, you remember we had that little conversation, kind of a one-sided conversation, but you kind of agreed that you had to come back and do this beautiful piano tune called Last Day. Do it for him. Scott, Greg, and Eric, 11 years old, 8 years old. Papa Mau Mau is 6 years old. It's intermission time while I'm out here, and during that time, the concession stand will be open back there in the lobby with cold drinks and things like that. Restrooms are all the way in back on your right. I can bring you a souvenir. You like it, huh? Our newest all-gospel album called Rise Again. This is just come in this year, and it has the number Rise Again in there, and they'll sing that for you on the second half. If Jesus Came to Your House, a recitation from last year's show is in that same album. Here's an album, here's kind of new, this is about 10 weeks old, called Presley's Mountain Music Jubilee on Stage. And it's kind of a live version of our show that I think you might enjoy. Nice picture there on the back. They are recorded in stereo, and they sell for $6 each. Now, if you'd rather have the 8-track stereo tapes and the little cassette tapes, we got them. They go $7 this evening. Here's another item here we've had about 3 months, something like that. Presley's Mountain Music Jubilee souvenir book. Open it up, and entertainers lined up across the big stage. And then you open one more page, you meet the Presleys there, find out who's who and who's married to who and everything. And then gets over here to different ones of the group and tells a little bit about them. Stories and pictures from a long time ago, when the theater started and everything like that. And a lot more stories and pictures and stories. They get away with on the back. Place for autographs there. Sells for $2. If you'd like one of those, they go for $2 this evening. Get moving on, buddy. Little souvenirs for everybody. The t-shirts here. These are for the little people here. They come in all kind of sizes for the little people. Then we have them for the adults in different colors and styles and shapes, denominations. Some of them have sleeves in them there. They range in price $4 to $8. Souvenir stand open right over there. Good evening, Robert. And another souvenir stand out in the lobby will be open. And our boys and girls will be down here visiting with you and signing autographs. So come on down. Now we got some caps. You might have noticed that. I said caps. That means more than one. In fact, I think we got a little over 19,000 of them left. So I'm sure we have one for everybody in the audience that would like to have one. They are adjustable. I like to wear mine right down over my ears that way. See, they sell for $4. We'll see you in just a minute. Thank you very much. out for the bright lights and all that. When you ever been to a big town? Well, sure you have. He's been in the Army and everything else. Thank you, folks, and welcome back to the second half. Thank you for staying with us for the second half. We'll try to make it worth your while, and thanks for the nice comments and requests. We'll try to get to some of them, not all of them, because if we did, we'd be here until the wee morning hours, and we may be anyway. Okay? Stay like that. Now, I've made some friends out there and made some enemies back here, don't you see? Tell you what, this is the last night. This is the finale, and I don't know what they have planned. I don't have anything planned. The little Herkimer said, what are you going to do, stupid? I said, nothing, if I can help it. I mean, I'm going to try to stay on the track, but they don't tell them what they'll do, because on the last night, well, I just warned them, ain't no telling. So, is everybody ready to move along then? Look, what happened to Herkimer? He's already up to some mischief. Oh, there he is. Herkimer, yeah, get over there. Where you been, man?
I've been getting ready to do the one-man square dance.
Oh, all right. Now, a lot of these people have never seen the one-man square dance. Explain the rules, and then we'll see if you follow the rules, Herkimer.
See, we're gonna act like there's a bunch of girls up here. I'm gonna dance one tall one, one short one,
That's right.
one that's just right,
Just right. It's Halloween.
and one that ain't quite just right.
I ain't gonna say nothing about it. You ready to go?
Ready to go.
Robert, get the fiddle. Soldiers, Joy is a good one. Here's Herkimer in the one-man square dance. Thank you, Robert. That's lovely. Herkimer, take it out. Take it out, Herkimer. Come on along, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, see it, he got a home run a while ago. That's a touchdown. They got a touchdown there. Notice how they stood there and looked in one another's eyeballs and the little sparks of love just went. Well, they're entitled to do that. They are brother and sister, see? So if they want to love one another, that's fine. All right, good job. Now, Howard Farmer's been standing over there helping them all look good and sound good. We're going to feature him right here. He steps out in front with his golden guitar. Lay one on you called Snowbird, Howard. Howard's dog got lost the other day, and he called the Branson Police Department down here and said, look here, my dog is lost. And the policeman said, well, we're sorry to hear that, but we don't look for lost dogs. Howard said, well, maybe you don't understand. So my dog was almost human. My dog could almost talk. The policeman said, well, hang up the phone. The dog's probably trying to call home right now. Just when the sun shines brighter and the world looks all right again, the clouds fill the skies. You can't believe your eyes sometimes. You just can't win. My love never meant much to you, dear. would have to call that a field goal. Is that okay? Okay, huh? A basket? No, a basket only makes 2 points. A field goal makes what? 3? Well, it ain't a whole lot better. Give him one of everything. I don't care. Line forms on the left. Bring your own jug. Here to fill it up with Mountain Dew is Lloyd Presley.
Hey, down the road here for me, there's no house. Really down the line road. Hey, and then the jug up again, the old Mountain Dew. Oh, that old Mountain Dew. I just have refused our view. I'll let you find it. Fill up the jug, the old Mountain Dew. Let's do that, John.
Lloyd Presley, Mountain Dew. Ricky, steel guitar man. What'd you do to old Sid while he was trying to perform there? Not a thing. All right. I like old Rick. Every time I look back there at him, he's got the big country boy grin on his face. Looks up here at me like a kid playing in a sandbox. I kid him a lot about his size, but in my eyesight, he is a giant talent when it comes to playing the steel guitar. That's good. Now, one of the prettiest songs on the show, I think it features Carol Snyder. It's called Years. Carol?
Faded photographs, the feelings all come back. Even now, sometimes you feel so deep, and I still see your face like it was yesterday. Strange how the days turn into years. Years of hanging on to dreams already gone. Years of wishing you were here. And after all this time, you'd think I wouldn't cry. It's just that I still love you after all these years. Nighttime gently falls, another day is gone. I turn around to find you're still not here. I leave the hall light on in case you come back home. Funny, I've been saying that for years. I still love you after all these years. After all these years.
Darryl Snyder, nice people, singing years. Oh, that's so good. You people have so much talent. You share it with all these nice people out here. Well, sound like the president there now. Well, this is it. This is the finale, the end of it. So we ain't got no schedule to tell them about unless y'all want to get on the bus. I see they just now posted, said it leaves at 8 a.m. Thursday morning. And we're going up north. We never go before it's warm. We just go up north. You know, it'll snow up in Iowa because we got 3 nights in Iowa next week. So if you live up around, what is it, Lamoni and Armstrong and Des Moines, look out because that's where the big blue bus is going next week. It'll probably snow. But anyway, this is it for this year. It's been a good year. We've had a lot of good talent and a lot of nice people come by and visit with us, and it makes us all kind of appreciate that. So some of the other shows now, I understand, are going to try to stay open this winter or something like that. I don't know their schedule, but I'm sure if they're going to try to stay open, they'll be advertising. So you listen, and if you're around the area, maybe you can take one of them in. They'd be glad to have you. Our souvenir stand will be open tonight after the show. You know why? Because we didn't sell all them cats, that's why. We had a few thousand of them left, and we had a few records and things like that. When the show's over tonight, all the boys boys and girls, I didn't say that, did I? The curtain stays up, all the boys and girls will be out here visiting with you and signing autographs, including little Herkimers. They don't have to go to school tomorrow, see, so they'll be out here, so come on down and visit with us. Now, I guess I've about covered all the bases, and so is everybody ready to move around? Who flowed up that time? That's Howard? Howard did that? Oh, here it is. Look here, friend. Oh, there's my headache right there. Herkimer, that's some guitar there.
Got that at a Tupperware party.
I don't care where you got it, man. That's fancy. Look at this. Look at that.
Oh, don't touch that lever.
Why not?
You'll flush it.
Scare me to death. You bring the guitar out here to pick it or just show them how to flush it?
I was wanting to try to pick one.
What, would you like all them boys and girls to help you out there?
Would they?
Oh, sure. They look forward to a challenge like that. You be your own announcer, too, Herkimer, because I don't know what you're going to do. Don't do too much of that rock and roll and boogie woogie. Don't get heady. Okay. Okay.
I'm going to get to pick something, you guys. Ken and Deborah Wisdom, I said, just come in newlyweds here tonight, so. This one's called Tuning Up. Hang on, here's a fast one. 1, 2, 3, 4. You suppose he's gone back there yet? Yeah. This is Lisa's last night with us. So we're gonna do this one first. There's a little bit of Wipeout. And that wasn't no big deal neither. I think it's that red record I had out there a while ago. Those of you that bought one, you're gonna find out what kind of deal it is when you get home. Rest of you ought to get one to see what I'm talking about. Kind of different though, we recorded it in the basement. It's really a big seller. I checked into a motel. My room, it was so small. Every time I tried to smile, my teeth would touch the wall, and I was sad and a pain. I ain't got room to change my mind. Kind of sounds like them Star Wars around here, don't it? I picked up my telephone. That wasn't even close. Oh man, this is the last night. No, I picked up my telephone again. The manager said hello. He said, what's eating you? I said, that's what I'd like to know. And I itching and scratching. I'm wearing out my fingernails. That's all.
Take a bow, Herman. Take a bow. It's a lot of fun to work with old Herman if he would quit shooting us with a machine gun guitar. Janice Sutherland is married to Bob Sutherland, the man working over there a while ago. Bob is also our public relations man. And when they got married, they got him a little book. See, and when they have a lover's quarrel, they write that in there and put the date by it. Now they call it the big scrapbook. Janice going back and singing Louisiana Saturday night.
Well, you get down your fiddle and you get down your bug, kick off your shoes and you throw 'em on the floor, dance and kisses to the morning light, Louisiana Saturday night. Waiting in the front yard, sitting on a log, a single shot rifle and a one-eyed dog. Dog to come kiss both, get the food light, Louisiana Saturday night. My brother Bill and my other brother Jack, they made a hunting got a box in his sack. 15 kids in the front porch light, Louisiana Saturday night. Well, you get down your fiddle and you get down your bug, kick off your shoes and you throw 'em on the floor, dance in the kitchen till the morning light, Louisiana Saturday night. Get both leave and on your bed, daddy and the kids slip off the bed, clean up the kitchen and turn out the light, Louisiana Saturday night. Well, you get down your fiddle and you get down your bug, kick off your shoes and you throw 'em on the floor, dance in the kitchen till the morning light, Louisiana Saturday night. Yeah, you get down your fiddle and you get down your bug, kick off your shoes and you throw 'em on the floor, dance in the kitchen till the morning light, Louisiana Saturday night.
Janice Sutherland. You can sing that one again anytime. They like that. I like that. Now, those of you who visit our show every year, and we appreciate that, by the way, you know by now the man that plays the part of Sid Sharp is my brother. I'm very proud of him. When I go up and down the road here, the people say, how's your brother Wendy? Well, I'll bring him out here. You can be the judge of that. Ladies and gentlemen, my brother Wendy Luttrell, Sid Sharp, right here. How you doing, brother? I'm having a ball tonight. Well, good. Got your harmonica there? Yes. Does this little novelty tune here called The Fox Chase, where he calls up them old foxhounds, six them on the trail. You'll hear the dogs a-howling, he'll be howling at the dogs. Does all this while he's playing the harmonica. And how many dogs will be in the race, sir? My good buddy, Floyd Darr's here tonight. See them both from up Illinois? Floyd going hunting with you, isn't he? Yeah, I'm going right up to the show. Did he bring his foxhound? I believe he said it was a poodle. Well, you'll take no poodle hawk something, man.
He said that poodle keep up with anything I've got.
Well, he'll get hung up in the cuddleburs.
I know.
How many dogs will there be then?
That'll make 4 dogs. Jim.
4 dogs. Call them up and let's go hunt.
4 dogs. Everybody, 4.
How many dogs are you running with you?
4.
I just hear 3. There's Floyd's poodle right there. Stage number 9. Talented man, needless to say, we're all very proud of him. I think many things that come our way in this lifetime come our way in the form of blessings. But evidently we don't realize this because in our prayer life we're always saying, Lord, give me this. Lord, grant me that. Lord, if it be thy will, would you see to it this happens and that happens. Well, maybe we ought to slow down a little bit. Be a lot more thankful for the things we already have instead of asking for so much more. Here now is inspiration time.
Just came to talk with you, Lord.
Now, Lord, I didn't come here to ask you for one single thing. No, sir. This time, I just came to talk with you, Lord. For you see, you've already answered a million prayers, maybe even more. Ones that I just never did seem to get around to saying thank you for. So this time, I just came to talk with you, Lord. Now, it's true that maybe tomorrow we'll have that trouble and maybe we'll have some more sorrow. And a million or more teardrops, well, they'll just probably start to fall. But you see, until I have to face tomorrow's task, I don't have one special favor to ask. No, sir. This time, I just came to talk with you, Lord. Now, how many times, Lord, has trouble brought me all the way down to my knees? And how many times have I come to you for help? And you always sent me a blessing. But you see, Lord, this time, I don't have one selfish motive in mind. But I wanted to be sure and say thank you for all them many, many other times. Yes, sir. This time, I just came to talk with you, Lord.
Just came to talk with you, Lord.
Thank you.
Go ahead, drive the nails in my hands, laugh at me where you stand. Go ahead, say it isn't me. The day will come when you will see that I'll rise again. Ain't no power on earth can tie me down. Yes, I'll rise
the man that plays the part of Herkimer J. Van Sleeve. Herkimer in real life is our other boss here at the Mountain Music Jubilee. Has his caricature on all the items they sell over there. In fact, I call the building the Herkadome. Let's bring him out here and say howdy and thank you to Gary Presley. Herkimer, Gary Presley. Good gravy, Marie. Wait a minute. Yeah, I see it. I see it. That's not, now I didn't go see this movie, E.T., but he did. What, this old boy, he drank what, 16 six-packs of beer? 16 six-packs of beer? Listen, and then what did he say? Well, it wasn't too loud, but I think anybody who drinks 16 six-packs, they ought to just bury him. It'd be done with, you know. But the little Herkimers are all dressed up. They're getting ready to go trick-or-treating, boys, or just a little bit earlier. Now, Scott, that's him over there, said he's trying to fool us, but I know him because that's his Strad there. Not a Stradivarius, just a Strad. He helps us play the theme. Thank y'all for coming by and visiting with us, and until we see you again, remember, always give your friends your best, and you'll always have the best of friends. Good night, friends.